In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this gold Dragster pendant that contains ashes. Enjoy it. So that model is now attached to the base. It's time to pour the investment powder in. So unfortunately this back little cage bit hasn't cast up. I think it's just because these wires are a little bit too thin. So what we're going to do, thicken these up and recast it. Easily fixed. Right, it's probably a bit noisy because we've got machines running in the background, but we're now going to cast up the body, attempt to, so hopefully everything comes out right. Alright, let's give it a quench, see what we're working with. Well, first glance, everything looks good. Let's get all of this investment off and we'll have a closer look. We've got the wheels cut off from the sprue here, and we're just going to file over this bit, the remnants of the sprue, on all four. Now we're just going to clean out the centre of all these wheels with a rubber wheel. So most of this body is cast up pretty nice. The only thing we've really got to spend some time on is this back, where all the supports were as well as the sprues were. So we're just going to file over this. Right, we'll just give this 15 minutes in the tumbler, getting all the little gaps. We're going to make the plate to go on the back to hold the ashes in. Just going to melt up this old bit of gold. Right, we're just going to mill this out until it's nice and flat. Right, we've given it a pre-polish. We put the first wheel on, a little bit of borax on the axle, and we're now just going to heat that axle up until it melts. We're just doing the same with the front wheels now. There we go. Leave that in the pickle for a bit. So we're just going to mark out how wide we want this back plate. It's only rough, a little bit larger than we need it, and we'll file it in. Now I'm just going to cut that square out. And we're just going to flood some easy solder on this back bit. We're using easy because there's a lot of fine bits that we don't want to melt, so easy will be the best. So we're now going to put the ashes in the back, just a little bit at a time. We'll brush off the excess. And we want that level, so let's check that's level. Yep, right, that's level now. And we're now going to put the plate on. Now there's a good chance it will move while we're heating it up. So we've got to make sure we're on the ball and that there's always a seal. And we have to heat this very slowly to start, otherwise all the air inside that container will pop out really quick and blow ash everywhere. We're going to start off with a slow heat, and we're just going to keep gradually bringing it up. We're going to make sure we heat that body so that it joins. So we're attached at the front here. We're going to swivel it round so we can get better heat applied to the back. In fact, I'll change the camera angle so we can see it a bit better. It should still be nice and hot, so we haven't got to worry about heating it gradually. We're going to apply heat from this angle. They're already sealed up at the front. We're just trying to get this back bit sealed up. I may need to add a little bit more solder, but we'll see what happens. There you go, I've just seen it flood a bit. That should be it. We're just going to tie this up with a ball phrase. So when you're making custom bits like this, you kind of got to figure it out as you go. And originally, I thought I'd put the plate on last because I didn't want to melt these axles. So I put the wheels on to protect the axles. But what it's meant is you've got this line that I can't easily solder up. Now, even though this is fully sealed and the ashes won't come out, I think it will just look a bit neater if we don't have that line there. So I've come up with a solution. I'm going to get a fine piece of wire and laser it over that line, and that should cover it up. So we'll see how that goes. Now, you can't really see what I'm doing whilst I'm doing it, but this machine shoots a high powered laser and it melts the gold in one very specific point. So what I've done, put that wire along that ridge and it's closed it up. It was already closed, but it's going to make it look a lot neater once this bit of wire has been fully made flush to that separate bit. So that's now nicely sealed up around there, and we're going to chuck it back in the tumbler. This is the bowl that's going to go on there. I've already opened it up, and we're just going to slot it in and solder the join. So quite simple, just going to slot it through. We want the join at the back, so we'll put it on that way. And now just got to squish that shut. Might take a bit of fiddling around, but it just about doesn't fit there. So we'll get a different set of pliers. It's always trial and error on these things. So the pliers wasn't really working, too small of a gap. So we're just gonna squish it shut in the vise. Obviously being careful not to crush anything. There we go. Add a bit of borax on there. A little bit of solder. There we go. We're just going to smooth that join over a little bit, get it nice and flush, and then it'll be ready for the final polish up. So get all that dirt off in the ultrasonic. And there we have the finished Dragster Ashes pendant. That is now ready to be worn. Look at that. And there we have it, start to finish on this Dragster pendant. Hope you enjoyed the video.